and welcome to our bonus video series. This is our ongoing series of kids shows, albeit cartoons, live action, anything that was intended for kids. So this is our video number 3, and this is Disney's Recess. And this video was suggested by Kate, so thank you, Kate. And let's get into it. So Disney's Recess was originally aired from August 31st, 1997 to November 5th, 2001. And it premiered on ABC's One Saturday Morning, which was a collection of kids' Saturday morning cartoons. Most of them Disney cartoons, but occasionally you get others from time to time. But this was one of their kind of main tentpole cartoons that they were really banking on. And it was created by Paul Germain and John Ashlberg, and it has a total of 127 different episodes. So an overview of the show. Recess is an animated TV show that focuses on 6 elementary school students and their interactions with the other classmates within the school and their teachers. And most of the action takes place during the recess period, and the children tend to form their own society with their own kind of hierarchy, as well as class structure and different leaders within the school. And each of the stories focuses on kind of their interactions with each other. So in terms of the cast, the main cast, first of all, we have TJ, who was voiced by Ross Malinger in season 1 and Andrew Lawrence in seasons 2 through 6. TJ is the ringleader. He's kind of the leader of the pack. He is usually the one who spends time planning pranks on the teachers, and he's kind of the one that will help his friends whenever they're in trouble. Then we have Vincent, who is the resident jock, and he's voiced by Ricky Destin Collins. And he's the competitive kid. He's into basketball. He's kind of the one always challenging in terms of sports. Then we have Spinelli. She is my favorite character. She is awesome. She's voiced by Pamela Aden, and she is the tomboy and always willing to defend her friends with whenever they need to. Usually it's with beating them up, but again, she does, in some of the episodes, it shows her kind of heartfelt side as well. So she's definitely one of the most memorable characters. Then we have Gretchen, who is voiced by Ashley Johnson, and she is the intelligent science kid and the one that's always kind of analytically thinking out the plans that they have during recess. Then we have Mikey, who is voiced by Jason Davis, and he is the big but sweet, lovable kid. He is kind of the big kind of enforcer, but he has a sweet but gentle side to him as well. Then we have Gus, who is the new kid, who is in the first episode. You see him transferred into the recess gang, and he is voiced by Cortland Mead. And he's just kind of the kid that he acts almost as the audience's point of view, because everything gets explained to him, how things work in the recess as well as in the school. Then in terms of the villains, you have Miss Finster, who is voiced by April Winchell, and she is the assistant teacher and the one who is always in charge of supervising the kids during the recess period. And then finally you have Randall, who is voiced by Ryan O'Donoghue, and he is the playground snitch. So you often see him right beside Miss Finster, and he is always kind of sneaking around trying to get that juicy information that he can pass on to Miss Finster. So the way the episodes would work is each episodes would be broken into 2 short stories. So you get 2 short stories per episode, and they would focus on the kids during the kids' interaction during recess. But from time to time, you'd have them do other things like one of my favorite episodes, actually, and we'll go into this, is that it's the parents' night, and they have Spinelli, who is kind of making up these short stories that why her parents can't come to teacher night, because she's embarrassed by her parents because she thinks they're huge nerds. And eventually she kind of makes up these stories like they're secret agents, they're on safari kind of things. And the kids hatch a plan to finally get to meet Spinelli's parents. And Spinelli goes so far actually as to actually hire people to play her parents because she's that embarrassed of her parents. And what I like about this episode, and why it's one of the favorites of the first season, is you actually do get to meet Spinelli's parents, and they are kind of like every kid's worst nightmare, where they're always like telling embarrassing stories or kind of pinching their cheeks kind of thing. But then you get this really heartfelt scene at the end where her parents are like, you know, we were embarrassed by our parents too, but you know that we'll always love you and that'll never change. And it just was a really sweet moment with a great mix of comedy. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why Spinelli is one of my favorite characters, and then just kind of why this show hit really home for me. Because I'd actually never seen this show, to be honest, until Kate suggested that I watch it. I've heard of it, of course, but I'd never actually sat down and watched it. So yeah, I'm glad I did. So the Recess franchise, or the cartoon, would spawn a theatrical film release called Recess School's Out, which came out in 2001. I'm not going to cover the movies because they are on the main feed of the Disney Movie Investigation movies, so we'll cover them in depth as their own video. But it also led to 3 direct-to-video titles: Recess Christmas Miracle on 3rd Street, which came out in 2001, and Recess Taking the 5th Grade, and Recess All Grown Down. Both Taking the 5th Grade and All Grown Down came out in 2003. The main cast also actually did a crossover episode with Lilo and Stitch, the series, where the cast were on school vacation in Hawaii and was interacting with the cast from Lilo and Stitch, which I thought was a really cool thing. In terms of merchandise, this had obviously t-shirts. It had also comic books, and as well as kind of junior novel or short story books, as well as plush dolls of each of the main characters. And it also did have a set of Happy Meal toys that McDonald's used to help promote the show. I think the Happy Meal toys came out to help promote the movie as well as the show, but I'm not 100% certain because I couldn't find exact dates. So final thoughts is this is a great show that's very creative. It kind of shows the parallel between real life and kind of shows a microcosm of Recess, which I thought was awesome. The stories are clever with a lot of great comedic timing to them, so really good, funny show. And I just definitely recommend this show because it's just one of those kind of cute, funny shows that is a staple of Saturday morning cartoons. So in terms of today's artifact, I don't have anything Recess, unfortunately, but I thought because it is close to Halloween, I thought I would share my Mickey and Minnie Halloween plush. So we have Minnie as dressed as a witch in her nice little green booties. And then we have Mickey as, get that out of the way, Mickey as a vampire. So I got these at the Disney store as a gift with purchase. So they're kind of cool little Halloween decorations that I put around during Halloween time, which is right now. So thanks everyone for watching. Our next episode is going to be on the bonus videos, is going to be the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. So I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving, and I will catch you on the next video. All right, bye.